Have you ever picked up the cyber gun, the pistol, and thought to yourself, this gun sucks? Well, I'm here to tell you that it's not the gun, it's how you're using it. If you were one to think that this gun was, you know what, you're not alone. I was the same way when I first experienced it. But one of my viewers had sent me one of his hand cannon, his cyber setups. And let me tell you, I mean, it got me thinking. So I started to put the data into my Excel spreadsheet that I like to use to kind of help me look at things with a fine-tune comb. And I started seeing a pattern. With this thing and change my way of thinking of how to use this pistol. So this is how you use this cyber. Mid-distance, take the angles, find protection, and come out when safe. Okay? Here's another example. I'm staying back because the gun has good range. You do not have to be up close. One shot. Hold angles, punish the peekers. Okay? Watch this. All right. So now we're going to go up here to take high ground. 2 shots. 3 shots. Now watch this. Hold angles. Punish them. Okay? If you find yourself in a situation where you can use your pistol, use it. Now, do you think he's going to peek or not peek? Got him. Now watch this situation here. Normally I will pull out my primary, but I got lucky there. So I see somebody there. He already knows I'm there. Take a different angle. 3 shots. He goes down. Here's another example. 1. Take him out. And I know there's more. All right. So the enemy knows I'm there. So I'm not going to jump down. I'm just going to get shot up. So I'm going to take a higher ground. Move over, relocate, reposition. I know I got a teammate over there fighting. And then jump down when he was reloading and take the advantage. Okay? Now I want you to watch this situation. That was a 50 headshot right there. All I needed was one more and I could have got it. But you can see this gun, as powerful it is, you still can get taken out. So I'm starting to feel good about myself being invincible. But watch this. I shoot this guy and he starts spamming me and I get taken out. So when you try to use it like a T10, B17 or M1911, you lose. So keep in mind, the cyber pistol is not a pistol. It isn't a pistol. It is an execution weapon. Okay, it's a handheld pocket sniper. Okay, so it trades speed for precision and damage. Okay, so there's no speed, but precision and damage. So let's take a look at my cyber build. So first we have on the barrel, we have the Deagle. Okay. The grip is the Kolibri or the Kolibri, however you pronounce it. The mag is the Type 14. And the sight, I'm using the OKP7. Okay. I use that. And then also the cyber is the core. All right. So one thing I want to point out is this build does not try to fix the cyber's fire rate at all, whatsoever. That's a trap in itself. There is no fixing that. Instead, we stabilize the recoil, preserve the reload speeds, and we lean into its damage. So you're not spraying. All right. You're ending fights is basically what you're doing with this weapon. Okay. You're not going in there. Like I said earlier, you're not going in there trying to spam. You know, you can have a quick trigger figure if you're using a controller like me. If you're using a controller, you got a quick trigger figure. Cool. You know, you could probably get 5 bullets in. But like I said, if they're spamming and they have a more powerful weapon, the chances of you surviving is very low. All right. So on the screen, I'm going to put, you know, the screen stats that emphasize this weapon. So I come up with 4 rules to use the Cyber. Okay. Rule number 1, Cyber is not a panic weapon. All right. If you pull out the Cyber when you're already being pushed, you know, you're late. Okay. Rule number 2, ADS before you come in contact. All right. I mentioned that earlier. If you ADS before you come in contact, you're in better shape. So that's rule number 2. Rule number 3, we are going to do, it's mid-range only. Close quarters, forget it. Okay. Holding angles, holding or peeking lanes. If you see that the what do you call it? The detection radius on the screen where you see an enemy coming, you know what I mean? Hey, pull it out and just peek those lanes and pop, 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 depending on your damage that you have set. My damage on my gun, let me pull up, let me look at my secondary. What is it? Okay, so my Cyber is a 61.2 damage, okay, with a 33.4 headshot multiplier. So if I time it right, you know, depending on the enemy's health, I could take him out with 1-2 shots. Okay. So peak and lanes, this is where the Cyber wins most fights. All right. Fights versus, you know, where most pistols can't. All right. Rule number 4, and the last one, finish, don't start. Okay. Finish, don't start. And what that means is when the enemy is weakened, Cyber 2-tap, pap, pap. And I think I alluded to that in my rule number 3. Cyber is an execution tool. Use it to close out the fights. All right. All right. So hope those rules help out to kind of narrow down what the Cyber is all about. All right. So that's Cyber handheld execution weapon. All right, so that's the end of today's video. I hope you liked the content and got some value out of it. If you did, please like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications so you can make your way back to this video. This video, there's a lot of time you're putting into it, and so I hope, you know, please like. I think 60% of my viewers who come back to watch my videos have not subscribed yet, so please do me a favor. If that's you, please like and subscribe. Become a member of the Active Clan, and it'll help the algorithm for this channel and get it out there to more people. That's just the way YouTube works, you know. So if you could do that, I highly appreciate it. Want to grow the channel and keep this thing going. So without further ado, stay blessed, stay active, active out. Peace.